As soon as I started speaking, the air came on. If I close my door, will it be better? Is that better? I'm gonna just have to talk really loud. But this is the second video that I'm filming today. So yes, I have on the same outfit. Actually, let me make a different outfit. Okay. So now that I'm a whole different person. A couple days ago, I filmed a high school advice video, and I thought it was really fun, like sitting down talking to a camera, because I mean, like, I do that all the time, but like it's different, I guess now. I don't really know, whatever. I wanted to film a different type of video, a video that kind of annoys me, not a video, but on a topic that kind of annoys me, which I did say in the other video that I would film a video like this, or like explaining how I felt about this. Scoot back. Anyways, okay, so this topic, I'm gonna title this video, I'm Not Black Enough, because that's something that I get told a lot, and it's something that, I mean, like, it doesn't hurt my feelings, but it's something that really confuses me, like, why people say it, what does it mean, like, things like that. So, I'm African American. My mom and my father are both African American. I'm not mixed with anything, maybe like some Indian or something. But yeah, so ever since, okay, so let's just go back a little bit. So my dad was in the military, so I traveled to a lot of different places. I've met a lot of different people, things like that, that I'm very grateful for. But when I moved back to Vegas, which is where I live, which is where I was born, when I started going to school in Vegas, I got a lot of comments from people saying like, oh, like, you're whitewashed, you're not really like black, like, you don't really act black, you don't seem black, like, things like that. Which, when I was first told that, I was really confused on what that even meant. Like, how do I not act black? Like, what do you mean? But I mean, now when people say it, it doesn't really affect me, doesn't faze me, I don't really care. I've been told that so many times that it's like, thank you, like, I appreciate it, you know what I mean? But I feel like people use the term act black as in I'm not loud, I'm not ghetto, I'm not things that people portray black girls as, which, I mean, everybody has that in them. That's just not how I go around parading myself. Like, I don't go around yelling, getting loud, and things like that. I mean, I have before in the comfort of my own home, in the comfort of like being around my friends and things like that, because I feel like everyone acts different depending on who they're around. That's just my opinion. Obviously, like, for an example, my mom's at work, she's gonna talk different at work than how she talks at home. And I feel like for me, that's how I was raised. Like, there's a time and a place for everything. If you're in a area of where you don't need to be that loud, you don't need to be making a scene, as in school, work, things like that, then it's not necessary. But I think the thing that irritates me is that I am black, I am African American, but just because I'm not those things that people portray me as, then I'm not black enough. Or things like, I don't ride the bus, which makes me not black enough. Or I don't eat certain foods. I don't eat chicken on a bone, which people see me as being bougie or thinking like too much of myself because I don't eat that type of food. Or I don't drink Kool-Aid, or things that are just like really like I'm not black because I don't do those things, because I wasn't, it's not even that I wasn't raised to do those things, it's just how I am. Like, I don't like chicken on a bone because I don't like to see the bone of the chicken, like the red part, or like if there's blood. I don't like to see that. I'd rather just eat a clean chicken, like not a clean chicken. I'd rather just eat chicken without having to look at the bone, without having to work to get the chicken off the bone. I'd rather just eat the chicken in itself. So I mean, things like that kind of irritate me when I tell people. But what really irritates me is when black females don't like me because I'm not how they want me to be. Which is kind of the point of this video. I know I'm like 5 minutes in and I'm just now getting to the point. But I just wanna, for whoever's watching this video, whether you're black, white, whatever, if you're ever told that you're not enough for your race or your ethnicity, just block it out, because no one can tell you that you don't fit into your own race. Your race is something that you're born into. It's something that is in your blood. It's not something that is described by how you act. It's not something that is described by how people see you. It's none of those things. Your race and your ethnicity is something that you're born with. Something that you should be proud to be born with. Not something that you should feel ashamed of because you don't fit into what the people want you to be. In high school, there was a lot of times that black females wanted to be my friend, but I didn't fit into the category they wanted me to be in. And I feel like when people tell you like, oh, you're not black enough, it's something that kind of like hurts. Like, it's like, dang, like, I'm not black enough to fit in with you because what? Because I'm quiet. And it irritates me when people think that like conceited, or I think that I'm better than people, which is not how I look at things. But if you're acting a certain way, I'm not just going to join you because you want me to, or join you because we're the same race, if that makes sense. So don't let people make you feel like you have to do things because that's your race, because that's who you're supposed to be. It's not. Like I said before, I'm not saying that being loud and being who you are is a bad thing, but don't make people around you feel like it's a bad thing that they're not like you, because no one is like the same person. But at the same time, just because we are the same race doesn't mean we need to act the same. I'm not saying any of this to be offensive. I'm just saying from my perspective, it's rude when people tell you that you're not black enough or that you're whitewashed. Like, it's rude. And it's rude when people say it over things like, you don't live the same lifestyle as me. Like, because we don't live the same lifestyle does not make me less of me as a person. That doesn't make me less of a black person because we don't live the same lifestyle or we weren't raised the same. I was raised in a very respectful family. I was raised in different parts of the world at different times. And when I moved back to where I live now, a lot of people would see me as me thinking that I sit on a pedestal, which I don't think of myself as, but a lot of people think that way. A lot of people think that I think I'm so much better than people because I'm picky of who I talk to, because I don't open up to everybody. That doesn't make me less of a person because I'm not as open and as, you get what I'm saying? That's really all I had to say about that topic. I mean, it's not that deep. It's never anything that hurt my feelings. It's never anything that like I took to heart. But it is annoying to hear over and over and over and over and over again that you're not the average black girl, or you don't really seem black, you're a little whitewashed. Or when people say, I don't really talk to black girls, but you're different, you're not as black as them. Like, that's not a compliment. That's not something I want to hear. Like, no, it's just weird. Like, I'm black, I'm African American. Let me live that. Don't try to put me into another category. Don't try to say, well, you're like in the middle of like white and black. Like, yeah, my friends joke around with it. Yeah, I joke around with it. It's whatever. But to constantly hear it is like, okay, I get it. We're different people. We live different lives. There's different things going on around us. Cool. Awesome. But I mean, you get what I'm saying? And if you've ever been in this like scenario where someone just won't claim you as your own race, then comment down below. Maybe we could be friends and we could talk about it together, because I have a really close friend who goes through the same thing as me, but while in school we were still considered like, we were both whitewashed, but she was still blacker than me. You get what I'm saying? Like, we were both whitewashed, but she was just a little bit blacker than me because she danced a little bit more than me, because she spoke different words than me. Like, things like that is just like annoying. Like, we're both African American, both of our parents are African American, we're the same race. Like, there should be no difference in how black we are just because of how we speak or how we see things, or how, for instance, I speak proper. Just the way people look at things to me is funny. And I like, if you're someone watching this and you're going through the same thing, don't let it get to your head. Don't let people say get into your head. Don't feed into what they're saying. Like, if they feel like you're not black enough for them, then they're not the right people that you need to be around. Period. Okay, so it cut off and the lighting outside kind of changed, so I'm gonna just wrap up this video. But like I was saying, if someone is telling you that you're not black enough for them, or you're not white enough for them, or you're not Hispanic enough for them, then those aren't the type of people that you need to be around. If someone can't accept how you act, or even if they can accept how you act and they still act like it's an issue, then they're just not who you need to be around. People like that, to me, are negative people. They're spreading negative energy, not letting you just be who you are. So that was it. This was more like a little rant than anything, but I do, if you are watching this video for the purposes of like you're going through this, like I said, don't let it get in your head. Don't take it in a negative way, and don't let it bring you down. Don't try to change how you act around people because you don't act a certain way. I've done that before, where I try to act more black around people, and it's not who I am. It's not something that I'm comfortable with. So don't think too hard about it. Just be who you are, and don't let people depict how they want you to act. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and leave any video suggestions you have down in the comment section below. Bye, cuties.